Okay, continuing with 4.3. Now for these problems, I want to determine which of the lines, if any, are parallel, and then explain. So what we need to do is find the slope of each line. And if the slopes are the same, since the y-intercepts would be different for lines A, B, and C, then the lines are parallel. So I'm just going to look at line A, line B, and line C. So for line A, just like any other line graphed in a coordinate plane, I can find the slope looking at point to point, the leftmost point to the rightmost point. So here's line A, here's the rise, 3. The run is 1, so the slope is 3 or 3 over 1. So if a line is parallel to that, it has to have the exact same slope. Here's line B, the middle line. Here's the rise, up 1, 2, 3, 4. The run is 1. So even though these slopes are kind of close, 3 and 4, they're not exactly the same. So these lines would not be parallel. And then looking at line C, do the same thing. Here's the leftmost point on line C to the rightmost point. The rise is up 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the run is 1. So in this case, line B is parallel to line C, since they have the exact same slope. And only those two lines are parallel. Okay. On number 3, one of the ways that I could figure out if those lines are parallel, A, B, and C, is graph each of the lines. But I can find the slope of each of the lines as well. Slope of line A. So to find the slope of line A, I need to use the equation or formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, so for line A, this is x sub 1, y sub 1. This is x sub 2, y sub 2. And just plug the numbers in. 2 minus negative 1, same as 2 plus 1, over 2 minus negative 4, same as 2 plus 4. So 3 over 6, or 1/2. If a line is going to be parallel to that, it has to have the slope of 1/2 as well. So the slope of line B, do the same thing. X sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. So 1 minus negative 3 is the same as 1 plus 3. 5 minus negative 5, 5 plus 5, 4 over 10. If I simplified that, that's 2/5. And so far, these two lines do not have the same slope. And then the slope of line C. Okay. I'm going to cross all this out now because I'm not using that information. But to find the slope, use the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So negative 1 plus 3 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 over 4, 1/2. These two slopes are exactly the same. So line A and line C, since they have the same slope, are parallel. A and C are parallel. And then for this last set of problems on 5 and 6, I want to figure out which lines are parallel. So what I'm going to need to do is put each of those lines in slope-intercept form, which means I want to solve all of those equations for y. I'm putting them in the form y equals mx plus b. So the first equation, here's line A. 4x equals negative 3y plus 9. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. So to solve this for y, subtract 9 from each side, and it's negative 3y equals 4x minus 9. Divide each side by negative 3, and then end up with y is equal to 4 divided by negative 3 is negative 4/3. X, negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. Okay, here's what we're most concerned about, the slope, negative 4/3. That's line A. Then for line B, do a similar thing. 8y is equal to negative 6x plus 16. Divide both sides. That means the entire side by 8. So y is equal to negative 6 divided by 8. It's negative 6/8. That's negative 3/4. And then x, 16 divided by 8, 2. Okay, these definitely are not the same slope, so they're not parallel. But then I need to do something similar for line C. Let me scoot this up. So it's 4y equals negative 3x plus 9. If I divide each side by 4, y is equal to negative 3 divided by 4 is negative 3/4 x. 9 divided by 4, I'm just going to leave it as 9/4. Okay, I could change it to a mixed number or a decimal. Doesn't matter. Here's what we're concerned about, negative 3/4. That's the same as this slope. Okay, here's where you need to be organized. Line A, the slope is negative 4/3. Line B, the slope is negative 3/4. And then line C, the slope is also negative 3/4. So in this case, for problem number 5, lines B and C are parallel.